Hello, my name is Scott Cordner. I work currently with the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, as an on-scene coordinator. That's part of the emergency response arm of the EPA. So we respond to things like oil pipeline spills and chemical plant explosions. I'm actually right now here in Louisiana. This is my second stint down here of 2 weeks each, responding to an oil production facility fire, which turned into a big release of oil into some ponds and into the river and kind of a mess. Yeah. Only the EPA and United States Coast Guard have on-scene coordinators, and it really is driven by oil on water. So that's a pretty big thing for our government. So I went into the transition to teaching program and taught math for 2 years, and then I taught chemistry for a year and a half, and I left to take the position I'm in now. And I've been in this position just under 2 years. I love math and I love chemistry. That works out really well in my current job, but I like teaching adults, I guess. So I just wasn't. I felt I liked teaching, but I wasn't in love with it. And it didn't seem like a good quality for a teacher. Um, Leadership wise, leadership in a classroom is pretty hard, I think. Currently, I oversee the work of a lot of contractors, and I also work with a lot of people who work with my job also, particularly in these disaster situations. Oversee a lot of people and provide technical direction is kind of a big buzzword for that. We use incident command system. It's very structured, so it makes in some ways it makes some of the leadership easy in terms of the technical aspect. Maybe not the personal aspect is what I'm finding. I have experience in this realm from the military, state and local government. I worked as a responder for an NGO, and then I worked in between all that. I kind of worked for 10 years in clinical research with data as a statistical programmer. Check out my notes here. Um, Personal side of things, I have a wife and 4 kids. I love to bicycle. We love to travel, going to Maui in February. And another piece, my favorite trip is I went to Beirut when I was working for the NGO. Flew into Beirut, traveled up the Bekaa Valley, took a car to Syria. Did we bribe the Syrian soldiers to get in without having to get out of the car? Yes, we did. That was kind of interesting. Um, so it's kind of fun. And the leadership piece, the things I think make a good leader are having clear actions and deliverables you need to take in order to do your job. I love just having someone say, "Hey, here's what you need to do, and I'm going to be happy with your work." That's always helpful. I love somebody who's invested in the people that work for them, cares about them, loves them. Maybe, I don't know. Like you really kind of form a family type atmosphere. I'm going to work a lot harder for somebody that I don't want to let down. And also firm and fair boundaries. So really have to be clear with, what's okay and hey, that's not okay. Bad leadership qualities, if someone's showing favoritism, it's kind of, some of these are just opposites of the good ones, right? So you're not going to have a close sort of a feeling or personal feeling with someone if they're not being fair in that respect. Shifting priorities. So I think that if someone you're working for says, "Hey, I want you to work on A, and then I want you to work on B," and then you're at some C, and then A again, and you're not really sure what it is you're supposed to be doing, it's very discomforting to not really have an idea about how to produce the work that is being expected. And then this is sort of, I think, just a given, but somebody who's demeaning or sort of doesn't show any respect, nope. And if they're not open about why it is you're doing the things that you're doing, like they're going to make some move, and you're like, why is it happening? But they're not letting you know. Okay, I'm really looking forward to this class. I do have a heavy travel schedule, and it is 10:30 at night right now, and I get up at 4 in the morning. But I'm really excited about this class. I think it's going to be a good one, and we'll go from there. Thank you.